Hello and welcome to another song from the witch's house. If you've not been here before, I'm Storm, and normally in the room with me is David, but he's not here today. And we write songs together, and once a month on the night of the full moon we release a new song, and you get a few minutes of me talking to you about what inspired the song or what the song's about. Oh, sorry. just kick the base of the camera. And then you get to hear the song and you see like one of our homemade videos. So as you can see, today I am sat in front of my fire. And I got to be careful because I don't want to do a Michael Jackson. So real fires are lovely, but you've got to keep an eye on them. I wanted to light the fire because it's the month of December. It's cold and it's miserable outside, and I thought I gotta get some nice warmth and atmosphere into this second offering that we're making. So thank you to everybody who's been in touch, who said nice things about our first song. Really hope that you liked it. I forgot to say all the usual things like please like and subscribe, but yes, please do tell your friends if you think that they would like this channel or like our music. So I've been busy putting up the Yuletide decorations, and I'm sure David will intersperse my little bit of chat with some pictures of what I've been doing. But I wanted to tell you about this second song then that you're going to hear. And I can tell you when it was written. It was written back in 2015, and it was inspired by that little trip that we all do every year. We go up into the attic and we get out our box of Christmas decorations. And that year I'd got my box of Christmas decorations out and I was going through them. And I suppose I was feeling quite pensive. And I was going through thinking, wow, I've had some of these decorations for a long time. I had some of them when my grandparents were alive. And I was really close to my grandparents, and I lost them both in the 1990s. So I started thinking about the heirloom quality of Christmas decorations. But then I started thinking about some elderly old people who might be on their own at Christmas, and some of the sort of sad things that you might think about at Christmas, like people who are no longer here. And then I just kind of wove the two themes together and came up with this story that I turned into a song. So I suppose at the start of the song, there's a little Victorian girl. And in about 1884, she's about 10 or 12 years old, and she goes into a Victorian shop and she buys a Christmas decoration. And she cherishes this Christmas decoration every single year. And then we zoom forward to the late 1930s when this Victorian girl is now an old lady herself. And she gives this Christmas decoration that she's cherished to her grandson, who's only about 5 or 6. And the lyrics say, his grandma said, "It's no toy. Cherish this, my little boy. For 80 years, this small globe followed him on every road. Each Yuletide, it's always snowed." Because basically the Christmas decoration that she gave him was a snow globe. Now I love snow globes. This one has got a little snow angel inside it. Oh, I can smell burning. I hope I haven't set fire to myself. Oh, I'm not very good at this, am I? Oh, the efforts that I'm going to make you feel cozy and cheerful. So this little snow globe, if you can see it, it's got a little snow angel inside it. It actually came from the now defunct high street shop called Pastimes. And I like this one. I'm only going to wind it a tiny bit. Just enough for you to know that it plays the first Noel. But evidently it was the Victorians who invented snow globes, and they first came into existence in the late 1800s. So my song lyrics are based on fact. So yeah, I think they based them on the original paperweights that they used to make. So just going to put that down for now. So this elderly lady gives her snow globe to her grandson, And we then join the story in the song when her little grandson is now a very old man. He's up in his 90s. He's all by himself because his friends and his family have passed away. And in the first verse, it says, an old man sits cold and bent, outside winds that won't relent, scream bitterly of Advent for a time that's almost spent. Because basically this poor man he hasn't got too long left. Now, I did warn you in the first film that I only write sad songs. And I like to think that in this little festive offering of a song, we've called it the Snow Globe, there's a little bit of everything, because obviously you've got a bit of a connection between the generations there with this heirloom quality of the snow globe. But also the chorus says, carol singers, rosy cheeks, oldie worldy winding streets, cozy scenes through bow windows, and in this world it always snows. Because basically that's describing what he can see inside his snow globe, because she obviously bought it in Dickensian times, so you're seeing that kind of Dickensian Christmas. But I like to think that it's also got that kind of Christmas ghost story element to it, because he hasn't got too long left. He winds up the snow globe, and David's been very clever in the way he's put this song together, because when I have lyrics which tell a story, I like very much sometimes for the music to be quite stripped back so that the story can just be heard. And basically on this song, you've got my voice, you've got the sound of a snow globe, you've also got the sound of the snow globe being wound up, you've got some choral sounds, and you've got a piano, and that's it. So it does very much have like a hymn or a carol quality to it. So yes, it's quite sad because he's by himself, but the last verse says, so turn the key and wish them here, Christmas spirits will draw near. On that night so cold and clear, they beckoned him into their sphere. So throughout the song, I'm hoping that I kind of represent that sphere, orb, globe, circular kind of eternity type symbolism, because it represents the soul basically. And what we're finding is that because the poor old man's at the end of his life, some people think you become an orb. I had this idea that his little essence of him, his little orb, went inside the snow globe, and suddenly he was a boy again and he's playing with his family. We've tried very hard to represent the story of the song as best we can. I have to be honest, when the song was finished, I did have the idea that when you hear the high choral sounds, that's supposed to represent when the poor old man's dying, his spirit's leaving his body. And I kind of had this idea that the essence of him goes inside the snow globe. He's a young boy again. He sees his family. They welcome him inside the house with the bow windows. And there on the side is a snow globe, and the lyrics say, and with his face pressed to the glass, as if those years had never passed. And sorry, I'm just trying to stop my rug from catching fire. And it's as if he's looking inside the snow globe and the whole story starts up again. So it's like the eternity of the soul. Unless we find a clever animator who wants to make a film for this particular song, it's very hard to represent that. But I kind of had this idea that it was looking inside a snow globe, looking inside a snow globe, so on and so forth, like a mirror reflecting a mirror. So you've got like eternity or infinity, like the eternity of the soul. So that's the story behind it. I've been very long-winded. I'm really, really sorry. Whew, I'm quite hot here now. I'm a woman of a certain age. I'm too close to this fire. Anyway, have a listen to the song. I really hope that you like it. And obviously, if you do like it, feel free to buy it. But whatever, please send us some comments. Let us know what you think. And I wish you all the very best for the Yuletide season. And perhaps if you know an elderly person somewhere who's all on their own at Christmas, it might be a distant relative, it might be a neighbour, why don't you just go and see that they're okay? Show them some real festive kindness. Anyway, until we meet again on the next full moon, I'm wishing you some witchy magic. Take care. early of Advent, taunting him like some lament for a time that's almost spent. His friends are gone, family past, sat alone with eyes downcast. Now bleakness fills his dark room. Just one thing may lift the gloom. Small and round it plays a tune. Carol singers, rosy cheeks, oldie worldy, winding streets, cozy scenes through all windows, and in this world it always snows. His grandma said it's no toy. Cherish this, my little boy. For 80 years this small globe followed him on every road. Each Yuletide it's always snowed. So turn